and then as they reach zero G, they basically brought those wings straight up, and they act almost like a feathercock, like a badminton, just putting out more surface area in a different direction so that they can slow down. And then once they're down, really just coming in for a landing, those wings come back down and streamline. So there's a lot going on mechanically, and also they don't have engines now. They're a glider coming back, so they do have a lot of control with their jets that are firing using compressed air, but it's definitely, you're going to come down on the Earth. You just want it to be the way it was supposed to be.
Let's listen now to a little bit more of the commentary from the live feed from Virgin Galactic.
30,000 feet. That's airplane range.
All right, folks, again, sorry, we're not getting that transmission through the live broadcast, but again, we do have lots of recording devices aboard the spaceship, and we will be sure to release some footage of Richard and the crew up there today.
Altitude 27,000 and rapidly declining. If you're just joining us, you're looking at the Unity spaceship from Virgin Galactic. There is the man himself, Richard Branson, on board the spaceship.
And now I'm looking down at a beautiful spaceport. Congratulations to everybody for creating such a beautiful, beautiful place. Congratulations to all our wonderful team at Virgin Galactic for 70 years of hard work to get us this far.
Now, you just heard from Richard Branson himself.
All right, so
speaking live from the spaceship to his fellow Earthlings as he descends with his passengers and the pilots back to their base in New Mexico. Katie Coleman, let me bring you back in here. Where are we heading with commercial spacecraft? We just saw something incredible. A commercial, privately owned spacecraft blasting off into space for a few minutes, and then everybody got to be weightless and float around the cabin and look down at planet Earth. Is this something that's going to be available to regular human beings at some point in the not too distant future?
It's certainly looking that way to me. I mean, this is still a test flight for Virgin Galactic, technically, but there's still, basically every flight they learn more and more about the things that we don't know, and space flight is hard, and you can't know, but it's hard to know everything. They learned a lot today, but it is still a test flight. I think that we will see more and more people going on this kind of trip in a few weeks, Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin. And what I think, it's not so much about the number of people that get to go to space, but the fact that it becomes so clear to especially kids down here that the impossible is possible. And then you never know what they're going to do. Not that they all have to become astronauts, but something like this today, 4 very different passengers, a scientist, all those things. It makes a big difference down here on Earth.
Let's listen back into the live feed now from Virgin Galactic.
Colleen's music.
17,000 feet, 16,000 feet and descending. The Unity spaceship heading back to its base in New Mexico.
So also nearby is the Oregon Mountain Desert Peaks National Monument, and that's nearly 500,000 acres of protected land that our guest families will be able to experience. And even though temperatures can hit the triple digits in the summer here, we also have cool desert days. And fortunately, our pilots and crew can stay comfortable thanks to their spacesuits. They were designed with our technical spaceware partner, Under Armour, and they're absolutely beautiful, as you can see on the crew there. They're lightweight and made of flight grid knitted fabrics, which forms the spacesuit and also helps regulate their body temperature.
Let's bring back in ABC News transportation correspondent Gio Benitez, who's right there on the ground in New Mexico. Gio, we heard Katie mention this, but coming up soon, we've got another billionaire taking off into space, Jeff Bezos, and there's no shortage of competition here, it seems, at least. So what are we going to see soon from Jeff Bezos, and how is it different from what we just saw?
So that is expected to happen in just 9 days, Dan, on July 20th. And basically, that's going to be a more traditional rocket that goes up with that capsule, New Shepard, above that rocket. And it's going to detach, and then it's going to go past that Kármán line of 62 miles above Earth. So it's going to look more traditional, look more like what we have seen decade after decade with space launches. This one looks very, very differently. But Bezos believes that that is the future of commercial space flight. A lot of people have criticized this, and they said, this is a joyride for the rich, because on Virgin Galactic, we're talking about $250,000 per seat that about 700 people have bought, including celebrities, or perhaps even especially celebrities who have that kind of money, $250,000 to spend on a seat. And you're looking at what it costs over on Blue Origin, and Jeff Bezos, what we've seen is that ticket is in the millions. So it's right now definitely something for rich people, but it's something that they hope will be able to open up the space industry and open up space in general for the general public.
We're at 7,000 feet or 7,500 feet. The Unity spaceship with Richard Branson
And for the non-pilots tuning in,
and the pilots and passengers descending back to the desert in New Mexico after an historic mission to space.
We are just about 1,000 feet above field now and on final. 500 feet above the runway. 300 feet. Over the threshold? Main gear touchdown. And we're going to hold it just like this for a minute. Nose gear touchdown. And 3
And there you have it, the Unity spaceship from Virgin Galactic, branding quite prominent on the wing, as you can see there, touching down in New Mexico after, as we keep saying, a historic commercial flight to space, landing with all the pilots and passengers presumably in good shape. One of the passengers, of course, Richard Branson, seen prominently from the camera mounted above his seat several times.
The commercial space from our operational home base, Spaceport America. A beautiful day of flight. What a moment. Congratulations to everybody on board, and of course our very own Spaceship Unity, who returned to space today. And of course we also saw beautiful flying from our Eve crew, CJ and Kelly, and brilliant work by our chase pilots, Jamil and Patrick, all of whom are still in the air right now. Great job to you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. More than half a century since the world rejoiced when humans first achieved